with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News Nowcast. Earlier today, Warren Public Schools held a meeting on how they should move forward with the district schools. Our Keelan Berrien traveled to Warren today to hear how parents feel after this decision.
A lawsuit was filed against Warren County School District after they sent home permission slips to parents exempting their kids from wearing masks in school. We talked to a couple parents within the district, and this is what they had to say.
I feel like it should be the parents' choice because we're not wearing masks outside. We don't have to go to Walmart and wear masks, so our kids shouldn't have to wear masks.
Julia Hazeltine has a son who attends Warren Public Schools and thinks that students should have the option to wear masks. Stephen Harper is another parent who says that masks should be enforced onto all students.
Some of those kids are going to be infected and they're going to infect other kids, and that's unnecessary. The other thing that really I find disturbing is it's become a political issue as opposed to a medical issue.
The school decided to follow Governor Wolf's mask mandate.
Passes unanimously.
We tried reaching out to many school district officials like the superintendent, solicitor, and even board members, all saying they have no comment to share. Warren County High School students are indifferent about masks in schools. They missed their homecoming pep rally and almost other school events.
I'm honestly perfectly fine with it. I feel like it's a good way to stay safe and fight against the pandemic, yeah.
It would be nice to have a choice, but at the same time, I want myself and my family and all my peers to be as safe as possible and for us to be able to enjoy the year.
And if the students do not comply, the district will enforce disciplinary action onto students riding public school transportation and entering schools without masks.
Do what you think will keep everybody safe, and because I think the common good is what's most important in this situation.
A hearing is set in place for October 13th to see how the school district will be moving forward. Reporting from the city of Warren, Keelan Berrien, Erie News Now.
The FDA is recalling hundreds of thousands of at-home COVID-19 tests, saying they deliver too many false positives. The recall applies to a specific batch of tests from an Australian-based company called Illume. The company was the first to get its at-home rapid test approved by the FDA for emergency use. Right now, the company is notifying customers who might have purchased products from the bad batch, and it's looking into what caused that problem.
You know, for me, the home test has been one of these beautiful things that has happened. 18 months ago, we were fighting each other for COVID tests, and now you can go to the CVS or the Rite Aid and grab a test off the shelf. So to hear that they were recalled is frustrating.
No other at-home tests have been affected by the recall, and if you do test positive with an at-home test, it's recommended to get a professional test just to be sure. A farm in Chautauqua County is helping families get into the holiday spirit. Pumpkinfest kicks off this weekend at the Minor Family Farm in Bust-Eye, New York. The 45-minute experience starts with a hayride around the property and includes a 4-acre corn maze. There are several new activities this year, including a field of screams. There's also a western town, which include paintball shooting range.
They were happy because it was quite scary, and yeah, we're real happy with it. We made a few adjustments. The first weekend, the first time around, you kind of have to get figured out what to change, what needs improvement, what could be moved around, and I think we've made those changes from the first weekend, and we're ready to go this weekend.
Pumpkin Town is open from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays, with the Field of Screams running on Friday and Saturday nights from 7:30 to 9:30. It was a beautiful day to be out along Erie's Bayfront, and tonight dozens of people are among a certain group who rappelled down the Bicentennial Tower. Our Elena Jonathan was one of them. She stepped off around noon today and says she would do it all over again, not only for the thrill, but also for the awareness that was created. The event is called Over the Edge, and this year marked the in-person return after it was called off last year. It's and behavioral health programs in our area.
We were hopeful that we would raise at least $80,000 through today's event, and we've surpassed that. We are still open on the website for another week. It's overtheedge.events, and folks can donate to any Rappel participant.
The volunteers went 138 feet from the top of the Bicentennial Tower. Quite a moment to capture. When the Pittsburgh Steelers host the Denver Broncos on Sunday, a pro-black and gold crowd will be rooting on their team. Closer to home, a few Erie residents will be rooting on the visitors. Brian Alexander started following the Broncos in 1985 when he was 13 years old. He became a fan of the Orange Crush after John Elway led the Broncos to a from behind win versus Cleveland in the AFC Championship game. He owns a number of game jerseys and other Denver memorabilia.
1997, when you guys won your first Super Bowl, to get over that
Oh
hump,
my.
what did that
I was like, wow. And the very last minute, you know, when Brett Favre was driving him down the field and Steve Atwater and Ray Crockett ran into each other. And I can't remember who it was at the time. The Packers receiver got smashed in the middle of them. And the Bronco players hurt them. It seems like they hurt themselves more than they did anything else.
And Brian will see his first Denver game in person on October 21st when the Broncos visit the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.